Hello, sweet angels, and welcome back to the Angel Academy. My name is Amanda, your intuitive bestie and fave angelic girly, and today we have some Monday messages. We being myself, God, and the angels. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in and just for receiving. It takes a lot to sit down and just receive. And I was even reflecting on that today, which kind of leads into the message of the week, which is opening up our arms to receive the love of God. And oh, and the reason why I bring up what I'm about to bring up is because we feel, I mean, especially as women, and I don't want to categorize everybody, but like this constant rhythm and cycle of producing, of performing, of taking care of everybody else except for ourselves. And this morning, I went and got sauna and red light, and I made the woman cut back the sauna time by 10 minutes, even though I had nowhere to go. Like, literally nowhere to go. It was just because I was scared that I needed to be tending to somebody else or to be doing something productive instead of just receiving, surrendering, and letting God take care of me. And I feel like that has just been a huge message recently, and something that the angels really want to talk about is how often do we let ourselves receive? How often do we let ourselves take those extra 5-10 minutes and sit in the sauna or take that rest if we need it? Because I feel like if we're continuing to live in a cycle where we are giving to other people, then we have no room left to give for ourselves. And when we give to other people after tending to ourselves, they become more inspired. So this week is really all about, there's a cat down here, all about you tending to your needs, you putting up these boundaries and just asking God to let the light in, let the light into the places where you might struggle, where you might resist letting go, where you might, battle with yourself in terms of letting yourself even take a day off, take an afternoon off to just simply be. And you're really in this period of your life, and this is something that the angels are talking about, where you're in this period of your life where you're asking to really slow down and be present. I feel like there's maybe been some like not challenges just but like things that you can't control that have been coming up, and these things that have been like occurring in your life have really just been asking you to beg the question of, one, am I truly happy with what I'm doing? But two, where can I surrender? How can I continue to surrender? How can I continue to let go of things that I can't control and truly allow God into the deepest aspects of my life? And it's not easy. It's really not. When you think you surrendered, surrender more. I think I know Gabby Bernstein says that. But as we move into this week, really just opening up your arms to receive the light of God, the miracles of God. In order to receive, we must be present. In order to receive, we must slow down. And the angels are asking you to look at some of these places where you catch yourself putting others before your own needs, or just constantly being on. That's something that personally, like, I need to work through is, one, being available for everybody. So as you sit in reflection on this beautiful Monday, just taking it all in, like, where can I learn how to let go? Also, what in my life has run its course? Like, what is ready to be released and something new to be brought in? I'm just getting this deep message that there is a big change happening in your life, and it starts in stillness. It starts in presence. It actually starts when we let go of the need to perform. We let go of trying. We are in the middle of just understanding how life wants to be birthed through us. And we also are surrendering to the process. And a part of the process in life is being comfortable with the beginning phase, being comfortable with not seeing any results before you do see the fruits of your labor. And it goes back to, again, letting the light in, because when we let the light in, when we surrender, when we finally let go of the things that are holding us back, we instantly think, at least this is me, that we're going to be replaced with some gift. But the gift is freedom. The gift is no longer holding on to that, and that is the blessing. Are you catching my drift? Is like, when we no longer hold on to doubt and we just surrender it over, even if something hasn't been even if something hasn't come in to replace that doubt, like, just no longer holding it allows you to come to a state of peace. And that is the gift. The gift doesn't need to be some grand miracle, some new opportunity. The opportunity is naturally on its way to you, but it's sitting in the presence of stillness. It's sitting in the unknown. It's sitting in the suck, as I like to call it, especially when you're starting a new creative project and the results haven't come yet. It's like when you first start going to the gym and you're there and you're going through the motions. You're not seeing any results yet. You're just feeling super tired and sore, but you continue showing up for yourself because you understand the vision. And that is like what is really coming through, is that you're here to understand the vision. You're here to understand the vision of your life. You're here to just truly let go and be present and enjoy the entire process. Sitting in the process of stillness, sitting in the process of letting go, allowing yourself to just be bad at something new, to continue to show up for yourself anyway. That's how resilience is built. That's how determination is built. That is how you come back into contact with your soul. It's through those periods where you're not really getting anything out of it other than discomfort. But the discomfort is the reward. The discomfort is the growth. So keep going, because as you learn to build that muscle, as you learn to continue showing up for yourself, you're going to start seeing all these different rewards come to life in various aspects of your life. Because when one part of you changes, all parts of you change. We are not separate. No area is separate. So when we start focusing on one aspect of our life, when we start focusing on our core, on our truth, returning to that, that's going to shift and ripple out into everything that we do. So when we let go of doubt or imposter syndrome or fear in one aspect of our life, we're going to be releasing that in all other areas of our life. And it helps when we can just have a practice that we can go back to, a practice of whether that's sitting in stillness, going to the sauna, like doing something, sitting in meditation and prayer with God, like allowing ourselves to find our anchor. Because what I realize is that if we try to let go and we don't feel a sense of safety, a sense of pure, true safety, that doubt will come back. And so the invitation this week is to ask yourself, what is my anchor? Like, what is my anchor? Who is my anchor? And maybe your anchor is God. That is great, because God, universe, source, is the highest form of love. That is what we are intended and being called to anchor into. But anchoring into a practice is how you connect with God. I mean, look at where you want to anchor into your life and what feels really strong and constant, and and then continuing to build upon that. And like, God is strong. God is constant. God's not going anywhere. Whoever you call God. But finding your anchor and building from that anchor is going to help give you the safety and the comfort, even when you're in the discomfort, to open your arms and say, hey, I receive. Because when we do this, we're saying I receive, but we're also saying, hey, I surrender. It's literally the same, like two sides of the same coin. And another message that I wrote down is allowing yourself to place boundaries in your life. So when I was speaking with the angels, they were communicating the importance of placing boundaries and tending to yourself. That there's this deep personal calling to invest into yourself, invest into this vision of your life, but your energy keeps getting pinged in other different directions. So what they're advising is to take a digital detox, to make sure that you're turning yourself, unplugging from life. And they don't mean escaping, they simply mean like tending to your own garden and making yourself a priority, making your wellness a priority, taking those walks, not going on your phone after a certain amount of time, like really being able to connect with yourself, getting a good amount of sleep. I just heard that. So as you start to make wellness a priority, you're going to start looking at all these different facets of wellness and what you can do to really bring wellness to the forefront of your life to create a more beautiful and aligned life for yourself, because our well-being matters. Our wellness is the tending of our soul, it's the tending of our inner muse, it's the tending of our energy, our mind, our body, etc. And so when we tend to all these facets of wellness, we become more grounded in who we are, going back to anchoring. We become more grounded in who we are, more grounded in our truth, in our love, in our light. And when we become more grounded, that actually gives us the ability to rise on a larger scale, because a tree cannot grow without roots, right? So we are grounding into the earth, really developing those strong roots and allowing through surrender and receiving to let the tree grow, to let the tree rise. Light is pouring in where you have felt doubt. They were giving me this image of a stained glass window, and through the cracks, the light pours in. So some of you guys might have been feeling doubt, might have been feeling betrayal, anger. Like these past 2 weeks probably maybe were like absolutely like a roller coaster of emotion for you. And what they're saying is that because when you are being asked to change just doesn't happen like, oh, I think I'm going to change today. Like change happens from some type of crisis, right? And it doesn't have to be a large crisis. It absolutely can be a large crisis, but it's a call to action. And so someone could have come in and said, hey, I no longer want to do X, Y, and Z with you. Something could come in and just rattle you a little bit. And that's enough to shake the energy up and to ask yourself, what do I really desire from this life? And all these shakeups, because you have had a question on the forward trajectory of your life, on like where it is that you desire to go. And this could be in terms of a relationship, this could be in terms of a creative project, or a work, like a work path for you. And while all of this stuff has just been shaking your energy up and you've been feeling like emotionally up and down, it's actually one of your biggest blessings, because you are moving into such a creative process and you're shifting paths. I feel like I hear the word jumping ship. You're jumping ship, you're swimming over to the other ship, and you're hopping on this board because you realize, one, that self-belief, it's just you, baby. Like you have it, and you really don't need anyone else's approval. You don't need validation from anybody else or the outside world for you to show up and live your life fully. So I just get this really deep like energy of self-belief, and you are fulfilling your own prophecy. Like you don't need permission from the outside world to fulfill your prophecy. Like you are here to show up and do God's work and be creative and be your own muse. And so as you allow your creations to pour through you, as you allow the light to be let in to where you have felt doubt, betrayal, anger, what that's doing is that's healing you. That is literally healing you. And you don't have to take a time out. Literally, this light is just moving in, allowing for you to see that you have always been whole, that you have always had yourself, you've always had your own back. And then jubilation, rejoicing in the music that is your soul is coming through. And you're literally turning the message, you're turning water into wine, comes in, but I can't even read my own handwriting. What the angels are saying is that, so as you jump this ship, as you go into the new one, because you're realizing that this light, that choosing this path for you is not an abandonment. It is actually the missing link. It's the missing link to what you have been asking about. It's the missing link to literally everything. And this goes back to your anchor. It is your anchor. It is whatever you are anchoring into. And that anchor is your light. That anchor is your faith. That anchor is your spirit, your soul. It is the works of God. And as you move with the works of God, as you move with your spirit, you are literally blessed. You are seeing life so clearly. You feel so at peace, so grounded in the unknown, and you know that nothing can touch you because you have yourself. And I just feel like you're talking to yourself differently and you're seeing your creative works differently, and something has shifted for you this week because you are no longer lingering anymore. You're no longer teeter-tottering. You have gone all in on yourself. You have gone all in on your dreams, and you have decided, you know what, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to see where it goes. Like, I don't need to be X, Y, and Z. I just want to be me, and I want to be me, and I want to do it really, really well. And that's all that you have ever wanted. And you're just going to have fun moving forward. And that is one of the biggest like revelations that has come through, is that I am here to have so much fun in this lifetime and do the things that really set my heart on fire. And that is that light bulb moment. Like, I just get like, you have a huge light bulb moment this week, and love is all around you, and like it brings in a rush of love, a rush of peace, a rush of presence. And finally, Archangel Gabriel and Michael surround you. They're helping you step forward. If you're not familiar with the archangels, Archangel Gabriel is the angel of Annunciation. She is the one that is delivering the message to you. She is saying, come here, lay your worries at the altar. Like, she is the one that held the little like flower to Mother Mary and announced that Mother Mary was going to birth Jesus. If we think about Jesus from a metaphorical standpoint, right? Jesus was the birth of creation, like the birth. He was the light that changed the way the world operated. So it's like Gabriel is coming with this flower to you and saying to you, hey, this idea, this passion of yours is like, wants to be birthed through you. It's going to change the world. It's going to change how people see the world, and it's going to change how you see yourself. So it's like this idea is being downloaded into you. It's being refined. It's being molded, and you have such belief. And Michael is here really just to say, hey, make sure to keep your boundaries up. Like, make sure to tend to yourself. Make sure to take the time for yourself. Like, you are your first priority. Like, no one else, nothing else. Like, you are your first priority. And this is when you stop pleasing other people, and you step forward and you finally start to be fully yourself. Like, so this week is so quite literally just filled with pure divine blessings. I would not be surprised if you received a huge epiphany and you use that energy to just like snowball affect you forward. And it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you're at the beginning of a project. It doesn't matter wherever you are, because you are just so happy in this present moment. You just understand like you have everything that you need, and nothing is lacking. You are not lacking anymore because you have anchored in to the one truth, to the one I am presence. And that is your divine self. That is God. That is Christ. Whoever it is that you are anchoring into, you have anchored into that. And now it's like, let there be light. So thank you guys so much. I just pray that these messages resonated with you. If they did, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. And stay tuned for the meditation afterwards. Mwah.